that these people they are being there benefit our folks. Can you speak to that, please?
Yes, so exactly. There are some financial gains. You know, when the Burkinabes come like that, they don't just violently, I mean, violently take your forest or enter your forest. Our people bring them in, and when they bring them in, there are all the things they say. They say, travail partager, work and pay, or I mean, work and divide. So the work and divide. Our guys sit home. They sit in the towns, and the Burkinabes go in the forest. While they are there working, they're giving our guys money. They're giving our people money. So sometimes they the boys try to initially the boys used to say that the girls don't have ownership to land. The girls don't have ownership to land, so they will segregate. But when we got the land authority involved with the education now, they're getting to understand that yes, girls do have interest in land and they have to share. But the confusion between, I mean, amongst family is so huge. Certain group of family members want to benefit more, and certain group, I mean, segregating from them. I mean, trying to make sure that they benefit more while others benefit less. So you see many times there are confusion in the court, there are confusion in the community, the family, the elders in the town are trying to resolve those issues. Every day there are issues like that. Yeah, so they are benefiting financially. It's just that how much they do with what they get is the problem, because the Burkinabe gave them money piecemeal. They don't do it in lump sum, and that's why I have told them, you you have the forest, you can give your forest out, and you at the end of the day you have nothing to show for it. So the Burkinabes give them 10,000 today. They give them 20,000. Sometimes they give them 50,000, and each 10,000 is around 3,000
USD,
Liberian dollars.
USD or Liberia?
No, no, I mean, Frank, safer,
Okay.
10,000 safer. So when sometimes they give them three pieces, three pieces that 30,000 safer. 30,000 is around or 9,000 Liberian dollars, because the 10,000 is 3,000 Liberian dollars. So that's the kind of money. So sometimes they give them maybe 50 pieces. So you take up times 50 by 3,000. That's the equivalent in Liberian dollars. So they give them money like that, not substantial at once, like the way you want to get somebody maybe 4,000 to 5,000 US dollars for the farm, maybe for 2 3 years. They don't do it. They give it piecemeal. So because of that, the guys are always looking for it. They don't have anything to do with it. You give somebody 3,000, you get them 9,000, 6,000, 9,000, 12,000 Liberian dollars equivalent. What can that do for somebody who has no business, somebody that has no other income? Immediately they will use it 1 day, 2 days, and they come back again. So that's how you see our people are indebted and keep looking for land to, I mean, forest to give out. When you see the forest going, that's the manner in which the forest is going, because they are not being guarded by any legal minds. I took some legal people from the Grand Gedeh Bar Association. One Councilor Alfonso Zion, you will know him. He took a law firm there, tried to explain to them so that they can get into contract with these people, which will guard them and be able to make money and benefit from the forest. But many of them yet have not been able to do it. But I'm sure from what we have in a few days, they will be energized to go into contractual agreement so that they can benefit. But now they are not benefiting at all.
Yeah, so honorable, again, thank you. For me, I'm a strong proponent of the law. There's a saying that says ignorance of a law is no excuse.
Yes, yeah.
But you
Mhm.
to drive a vehicle, you need to have a license, you need to have an
Exactly.
insurance, you need to have everything. So it's
Hmm.
something to you can whack your hairs, whatever you can. I'm not really going to pay attention to you because and like I said, 5 6 years ago in my own town, there were
Hmm.
meetings and meetings and meetings, and people helped to facilitate to have those people to gain control of the land. And the
Hmm.
government, these people, they must also be held accountable. This is what we were talking about, because some of them, they were right there, and we know, we follow the history of what happened in La Cote d'Ivoire. with the behavior of these people. But let me play a soundbite to justify what I'm saying, that this conversation was held within the representative at the time, Ellis Chesia Green, right here on Liberia Public Radio 5 years ago. Let's listen to this and then I'll get your reaction and we're going to stop here.
Yes, and leave from there goes.
No, you have to lay the premise for clarity.
Yeah, okay.
Because if I don't do,
so
all right, they are still there. Okay, they are still there.
Okay, they are still
and
there.
Now,
no, hold on 1 second, Honorable.
Yeah.
They are still there. At the time you was in the house, you became a good advocate. But the Burkinabes, they are not even Ivorians. I'm not sure what are the security implications that it poses to our country. Right in my own time, like I said, my own time, there were some of the people now we can't get along because these people, they are brought in, they are farming, they are doing everything. Eventually, some of them, if I'm not exaggerating now, they must start making babies. And then when they are there, there's no way. And we know, and I was in the Ivory Coast, the histories of Cote d'Ivoire today and the Burkinabes, we saw what happened, how deadly it became in the long term. So I'm not sure what our people looking at the long term go, even if they are not considered. I have talked to the security people there. I have even went into an argument with the Superintendent Kai Fale, and he said the people. So I said, you are the administrator. So I want to know, is the government of the Republic of Liberia, and you've been an honorable man, and these people are occupying our area, are they looking at the long-term security implication tomorrow? These people planning cocoa, they're planning different stuff. They're not going to tell them to go back and leave their thing. The next thing, they're going to be a chaos. So are they looking at that, or they are just looking at short-term solution problem for now?
Okay, and that's the essence of the premise I'm laying, so that you know how they are there, because their previous state is now different from what they are now. Because their first coming, they were coming illegally. They were coming illegally. We insisted you cannot stay in the jungle there when you are there illegally. We did everything humanly possible, and they got out of that place. When they got out of there, our people started taking personal likeness for them. The current situation of Burkinabes in the district now, they got different status. Some are economic migrants, some are labor migrants. Okay, and some are investors coming in now. Beyond that, being a person, like right now, I work for Liberia, yes, but I represent Liberia at the Continental Parliamentary Body, which you are fully aware of. I am the deputy chairperson on the Committee of Trade, Customs, and Immigration Matters. We are pushing for continental integration. Political integration, economic integration. I mean, integrate Africa to allow Africans. As a result of this, we've even come up with African passports. The ECOWAS citizens are coming. Now they're not coming as irregular migrants. Our people go there, help them to even process their papers to come and work with them as partners.
Holding politicians and stakeholders accountable in their own words. And I believe under their watch, there was a serious land act that was passed. He was a member, and I hope to give him the opportunity. His statement of yesterday and that of today, how can those two statements be to reconcile? Using this ECOWAS integration and ignoring the security aspect. Here we are, and this is what exacerbated the recent incident.
Okay. Good morning. You are welcome to your office of the Superintendent President Office. the program marking the official signing ceremony of the agreement.
Official signing ceremony. Is that the office of the superintendent of Grand Gedeh County? I've been
Yes,
told.
yeah.
I've been told that that signing ceremony was done off official work. I don't know whether you guys work Saturday and conduct government businesses.
Really, Saturday is not an official working day. Saturday is not an official working day. I don't know why he chose Saturday. Saturday is not an official working day. But again, I don't know whether they do official works on Saturday. Saturday most of the times are for uh, family relaxation, visitation, other casual things. Sometimes workshop. Those are things that Saturdays are used for most of the times. But for Saturday to be an official working day, except where there is a scheduled national event, yes, then Saturday becomes an official working day. But normally Saturday is used for meetings. Saturday is used for other activities, other casual activities, other non-functional activities, yeah, like workshops and things as I said. So, but Saturday is not an official working day from all indications, especially for a major program, a major undertaking, according to him, a signing ceremony for a concession. Saturday was not the best time in my mind.
Why you wasn't present at that program, Honorable?
Because I was not told.
Why? So, do you think it was calculative? It was on purpose?
Oh, if you look at his justification, he said it is the county. It is a county initiative for the county purpose and not the district. Even though is the concession, the quote unquote concession or the quote unquote investment is taking place in my district. With everything that the land rights I talked about, if there is a forest, if there's a forest concession, I am the ex official on all forest committees in my district. It's not a superintendent, it's not a county inspector. All forest concessions and forest groups in my district, I am the ex official. That is established by the forestry law. So that everybody knows. The land issue, it has to do with my district. Customary land belongs to the community. It doesn't belong to the government. From the Land Right Act that was passed 2018, it gives all the rights to the indigenous. It gives all the rights to the communities. And when that has to happen, it has to be my presence at my acquiescence with the input of the community people. So that they took it from GBARZON district and took it to Zwedru. So it means that it's not a GBARZON district issue, but rather it's a county issue according to them.
Okay, you are a lawmaker. I am not a lawmaker. If I'm talking something that doesn't make sense, just let me. As far as I'm concerned, customary land. The president, Joseph Numa Boyka, does not even have the authority. Something, please, this is something serious. Joseph Numa Boyka does not even have the constitutional authority to give a customary land to anybody besides the community. So the question here, who breaks the law?
I mean, obviously, the superintendent broke the law.
What the consequences are involved?
Yes, so he works at the will and pleasure of the president, and the people have their voice. It left with the people to petition the president. But as far as we're concerned, my concern, what concerns me really is that my community must have what belongs to them. My community land that was illegally taken has to be reverted. It has to be given back to them, and that's my concern right now. What the president does with his violation of the law, the president is going to act if he wants to act. If if he enjoys his protection, then of course the president continues with him. But what I am seeking right now is that the right things should be done. the land that belongs to the people should belong to the people. The people must be able to superintend the affairs of the land, must be able to manage the land, and so it belongs to them. They must have it. Should the superintendent wants an investor to take the land, the superintendent needs to send the investor to the community for them to discuss, to have an understanding, know what belongs to them and what belongs to the district, not even the county, what belongs to them, what belongs to the district, then maybe what belongs to the county later. But every negotiations, every talk has to originate from the district, I mean from the county, from the community. The community owns the land. That's what the law says. It's not a president, it's not a lawmaker, it's not a superintendent, it's not any local official. It's the people. The people decide, we witness, the people decide, we help to guard them. That's our role as government officials.
This is a very strange thing. Lebra, you're going to come in. I know you are very uncomfortable, but you will be okay. Let me ask you here, Armbo. I could be making an educated guess and I could be wrong. I am wondering, so what is the level of relationship? The superintendent is the direct representation for the chief executive. Understood. We have 3 districts in the county. So the superintendent should be able to coordinate with all of the districts represented, county senator. What is the relationship with the superintendent who happens to be the son from your own district? What is the working relationship? I'm curious.
But we are good. We are cool. Our working relationship is good, but I think this slip out of our working relationship has been very, very good. Except this one, I think a slip of. I mean, I was told about it on a Saturday morning, and then I said, I think this is not a good deal. Let's try to get the people involved because I don't know the details. The other thing I heard was that he was trying to experiment. He was trying to experiment the 10% for government and be able to put this 10% in the county name. But my question was, how did you establish the 10%? How did you calculate the 10%? Because for 10% to be calculated, you must have the entire, you must know the quantity, and
Yes.
it's based on the quantity that you apply the 10%. How have you arrived at this 10% of 500 acres of land? So I think it's not the right time. Negotiate. Let's move to the people. Let's move to the communities so that they can understand what you want to do. And myself as their representative, let me understand what it is. So our relationship, I mean, is cordial, and except that we have this policy difference, and we have the difference on how to proceed when it comes to what I mean in getting the indigenous, getting the communities involved when it comes to their farm and their forest land.
So, Honorable, I know we have some citizens from the district that are in the diaspora. I just want to find out from you, what do you think those citizens that are in the diaspora, what can they do to assist you, or our assistance is not needed at all? Or if it is, what can we do? What role do you expect us to play?
So everybody has a stake. Whether you are in the diaspora or you are in Monrovia or in the county, you are a citizen of GBARZON district. You are a citizen of Gedeh. Once a citizen, always a citizen. You can never be changed. So because you have a stake, not only in this land matters, you have been one of the persons sustaining the economic viability of our district, of our county, and yet our country. So because you have been contributing in every way, you have a mental connection, you have a financial connection, you have a physical connection to the district. What hurts the district hurts you. And because of that, you cannot close your eyes and keep mute. You have all rights like me here, like those in the district. So you need to get involved. As I told everybody, get involved. Whether if it is a statement, if it is a phone call to a minister that you know, a friend that you know, to say, this is what happened in my district, I'm concerned. Everybody is connected, and once all of us are involved into this thing, the wrong things will not be done.
So
Let me tell you
another.
something.
Yes,
Let me say
go
this.
ahead. Go ahead. Go
Uh,
ahead.
yeah. Oh, the I mean, they said the good people suffer when the few good remain silent. So when you know the fights and you remain silent, then you the rest of us will suffer, because the wrong people who will be hurt, when they are hurt, they will be hurt for the wrong reason, and the good things will not be said. So don't remain quiet. We need all of you. And as I said, for my administration, I am open to working with everybody. I need your inputs. I need your expertise. So where I can reach, you can reach there. Let's work together. Let's put our eyes together and make sure that things are done rightly.
So thank you. We have two other districts, the Quinamo district and Chient district, and I'm not too sure if they are being infested. Well, infested is not a good word, because these are human beings from they having to come from another country, so they be coming. I will use the real word, coming to Liberia, whatever way. The other two countries, are they concerned, or they're telling you, Mr. DB, Honorable DB, go ahead and fix the problem, and we'll help you to fix it? Or are they coming in to say, we will utilize whatever law that is on the book, so that these people do not continue to migrate in other areas of Grand Gedeh County, be it Quinamo district or the Chien district?
So they first of all, let me give you the statistics. The entire Grand Gedeh officially has about 48,000 Burkinabes.
Wow.
Out of the 48,000 Burkinabes, in Bason district alone has only 2,200. So the rest of the numbers are shared with the rest of the two districts. Chien district does not have a lot of forest. It doesn't have a lot of land space. Kunewo district has land space, but the people are traditional people. The people have leaders who are they have elders who are honest, and they are very true and true to their tradition. In those communities, they the matters are adjudicated, the matters are resolved in their shrine. In their shrine, they meet in their shrine and say, this is our decision.
Mm,
If you don't agree, they put that devil aside,
mm,
and you are not a member of it, so you run. So those communities are, I mean, they are disciplined. Unlike Bason district is a district of no leadership in terms of the elders. I'm sorry for that, but the elders are not truthful. They have led this. Then to crown it up, the leaders before us have been welcoming, and they have not been. I mean, they have been divided. So is the they were just. I mean, people in the district, in Bason district, are leading their own ship without a leader.
mm,
They have been leading themselves. They have been, I mean, people have been supporting, leadership have been supporting the movement of the Burkina Faso. I know you've been playing the tape and you heard the utterances. So they have been supportive, saying that these people are economic migrant, they are labor migrant, they are investors. How can they be investors? How can they be economic migrant when they come and live in the forest? So
mm,
they I mean, Baton District are not being guarded. They have not been guarded with honesty, have not been led with honesty, with integrity, with patriotism. So everybody wanted to grab. When you come to leadership with the mindset of grabbing, you don't come to leave legacy. When you come to leave legacy and know that this position is a position of service and servanthood, you will understand that you want to do the best. But when you come to the position and say, I must grab, I must make money, I must enrich myself, I'm telling you, your people are doomed to failure. And that's what we
mm.
have, and that's what we're suffering today.
Honorable DV, let me say
Yeah.
again, and Mr. So might not agree with me, but it really doesn't matter. I speak my mind. I'm the liberal, the most ridiculous person on this network. just from just speaking, just with a few words you say here, they are so true, not just for Boston district, but true for the entire country. And I think a leader like you, perhaps if we had a magic wand to make you grow up long time ago and take control of situation back then, that thing would have been in a very big, good situation. But for me, I'm very happy that you are there because once you recognize these kinds of stuff, from my perspective, once you recognize these things, then they are fixable because you know what happened. You have recognized, and you perhaps you will do what you can to either minimize it or try to fix it as much as possible. So with you recognizing this, I'm not going to say leadership less because you now taking full control pretty much as a district representative. I would say that the work you're doing for us is good. But what will you do now? Now that you have recognized that our folks are somehow, uh, and it's not you saying it, it's from many of us, family members. I have a son. After I fought for the land, went all the way to Supreme Court and got my land back. He leased part of it for the year for no little than $300. And all these years he's been telling me, no, I'll lease it to you. I'm taxing it to you. Come to find out he did. But that's besides the point. The people are not gonna they're not gonna get it. But so our young people, for money, they do not have the actual mindset for the future. And you do. And you're talking about legacy as young as you are. That means you want to make sure that you build something that people can count on. How do you now transfer that type of knowledge to the folks back home?
So thank you so much. Because I noticed that there have been a vacuum in this. I made sure I made it my business to go Grand Gedeh at least twice every month, and I spent 3 days, 4 days. Every time I went back home, I stopped in one of the communities, spend 2 3 days, and educate them. Sometimes I call a town hall meeting and provide education for them. I have done that over 4 5 times. Just week before last Saturday, I was in letter. I called a meeting of the cocoa sellers, and in total I called a meeting of cocoa sellers. So what happened is that the cocoa, they our people are selling cocoa or buying cocoa in our communities and selling. They custom collector started charging $3.50 per bag of cocoa. So I told them no. I went, I called the LRA Commissioner General and lodged a complaint. He gave me the breakdown what to do. I went and provided education for our people. So every time I see that they having issues, they having challenges, and I have the opportunity, I have the education, I go back and provide a relief. I provide the education. So I am very, very close to them. I know what they need. I know their impediments. I know that because I am here, I must help them. So I've tried my best to give them the education. What I am doing now is to inform them of the danger that this trading lane has posed to our country. I talk to them about the carbon market. I talk to them about what the land right says. Each person, you are not entitled to more than 150 farmland, acres of farmland. Each person, you don't have to have more than 150 acres of farmland. Why? Because people like you, people like so those of them that people are out of this country, you are entitled to land too. You need to have your farm. And generations unborn are entitled to forest land. So each person carrying taking 500 acres, 1,000 acres is illegal. I've told them. So to discourage them, I say if you have more than 150 hectares, when the government finds out, when the government does the survey, and know that you have exceeded 150 hectares, the rest, I mean acres, the rest of the acres, the government will take it. So don't do that. It's not because you see the vast forest, then you have, I mean, you are entitled to it. The forest belongs to all Liberians, not just you alone. So that's what I'm doing. I know that it's almost late because from Sledtown, Pabo, all the way to Pigai Joson, you don't see forest anymore. All you see are dry trees because the gas can burn the trees. All you see dry trees, you see just empty land going. The only thing you see down are just short cocoa farms. I even went there and told them that the European Union has said they will not buy cocoa from Liberia because we are destroying the forest. And because you are destroying the forest, they will not buy your cocoa just to scare them. And really, right there, that's what the European Union said. They said because the forest in Liberia are being destroyed by our people, they will not buy our cocoa. The cocoa, they will not buy it. So we said, why? We said because we have told them to not destroy the forest because of the carbon market, and they have failed to listen to us. We discourage them to not buy their cocoa. So I've told them that these are things that the European or markets are talking about. They will not buy your cocoa. So just stop burning the forest. They said the only cocoa they will buy are cocoa that come from the farms that we made before. But so if they planted their cocoa in all kinds of forest or land, then they will buy. But where we go and burn new trees and cut new forests, they will not buy the cocoa.
So,
So I've told them.
Mr. So one more question, please, if you don't mind.
Mhm.
Since Honorable DB, good point here. Have you also talked to agriculture ministry if these people, if what you're saying, if what you're preaching to them, which is good, but what is the substitute? Is there any substitute the Minister of Public Work, I mean, Minister of Agriculture is willing to tell you if these people are not going through cocoa farming, what is the next money making
Oh,
thing they can use?
Jesus Christ.
Mr. So, I'm entitled to my question, please. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the Ministry of Agriculture, last time we spoke, they said they are encouraging our people to do mechanized farming, rice farming.
Mhm.
I think they have about $200 million for farmers. So unfortunately, Grenada was not captured. In fact, the
Really?
counties in the
Of
southeast,
course not.
yeah, the counties in the southeast were not captured. So we just summoned him on Thursday to come to explain to us. So I'm sure he's coming today, which is Thursday on my side. He coming to plenary to explain to us why monies were given for farmers and our people were not, our counties were not captured.
Joseph, what?
We are doing a lot of, as I speak, I have over 80 swamp farms that I'm making in Sledtown. So why am I not captured? Why? Some
Wow.
people are making bigger farms. Why aren't they captured? You go to Bon County, you hear in Monserrado, Lofa. Why you didn't capture Grand? Then we're talking about making that farming. We're talking about moving away from the cocoa and being self-reliant in food production. Before the war, the swamp farms, they had EECE Grand Gedeh. Those were making, I mean, the farms were producing more rice. Our people are not buying rice from Morovia. So we can
So,
still do that. Why are you not giving us? We have the
honorable,
capacity, we have the facilities, we have the infrastructure in place. Give us the
honorable,
loan.
honorable DB,
Yes.
let me ask Fire.
Uh,
Fire too. Joseph Boyka, your guy left us all.
Mr. So, this is not about me being somebody from Lofa County. I know that's exactly
Okay,
where you go.
all right.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
what I
Please,
know what to do.
let's talk to our guest when he
So
leaves.
on the
You and I
serious
can go
note
through it.
here, honorable, this is very much. I'm not surprised. I I saw this coming because we had this conversation. It's very disappointing to see our government to compromise serious national security. I think the Supreme Court will be based. People have the right to take this to court. People got to be sued. Whatever town, whatever people that are involved, people needs to answer the questions. This is unacceptable. It has to stop. And I don't know why the government of Liberia, not just Joseph Boyka, previous government, the George Weah, this have been a long time thing to endanger their sovereign country for little or nothing. Because this whole thing started, there was a committee from our time. They met the Ministry of Justice. They went there. Now, I did hear you talking about people putting off flag. What kind of flag? Is that a Liberian flag or Burkina flag?
Burkina Faso flag.
You're kidding me.
Burkina Faso. That's what I heard. I want to authenticate it. And I have asked my guys in the district to go and investigate.
So this
So I'm
land
sure
we're talking
between
about is this land we're talking about. Is that over there in Congo area around Baubli, between Baubli and Dweyitown, the area, or is it?
yes, that stretch of land from GBARZON, around Ma, all the way Bakubli, Paubli,
Wow.
those. Yeah, that's the forest we're talking about. It's a thick forest.
Yes, I know.
I heard the then representative making this argument 5 years ago. This something is being playing out here. Is it fair to say these things that are happening now is not in isolation? People somewhere in higher places are helping, not just only town people, to facilitate this sort of behavior. Because the town people, they are no exceptions. They welcome them. I believe they get their backing from other people as well. Because this is, and people just can't come. I don't know how we really they allow this thing to reach this level. What can be done now? The number of people I'm hearing that are even in those towns and villages, they triple or double the size of the actual population. How can you get these people out of that? They have already planted their crop. They don't want to leave. I mean, people are going to be miserable because you try to do that. They're going to make the community, the society, and everywhere miserable for the citizen. You can't even go in your own place now to even get a pepper. They are all the
No,
image.
no. We are buying peppers from them now. We are buying bitter balls from them. Everything, corn, everything, just name it. So the last time, the fun year is that one time, I think sometimes in March, April, that's when they collect, or June, that's when the people collect the snail. They said a group went to hunt snail. The women went to hunt snail. Then the Burkinabe, the Mosi said, what you come for? They said, we can't look for snail. They said, no, you go back in town. We'll find it and cancel it to you. And your friend gave you the forest. So we'll find the snail, come and bring it for you to buy. And you want it? So I said, yeah, but the people are right. You gave them everywhere. You didn't, I mean, you don't have the least idea to say, let me reserve this forest. Let me reserve this part of the place. The guys, I don't understand what our people thinking about. Just imagine one other guy who almost 60 to 64, 5 years old in Bo. When I went there, the people in Bo said they don't want Mosi people. He telling me he taking Mosi people there because his father left him with poverty. I said, what do you mean by that? What you call your father left you with poverty as old as you are? Who are you to tell me that your father left you with poverty? So you were born, your father was hunting here, your father made all the farms, fed you, sent you to school, sent all your siblings to school. You refused, you were in Israel to go to school. You drive from school to come here in the forest. So why don't you farm yourself? You tell me your father left you with poverty. What do you mean by father left you with poverty? Your father built a house, the house you living in. Now you build it. You living in your late father's house, as old as you are. You get 3 women. You brought poverty on yourself. Is that why you want to bring Mosi here? I told him, I said, when I see any Mosi here, I come by. I will arrest you. You go to jail for good. People saying they don't want Mosi people. Then you say you bring in Mosi because your father left you a poverty at your age.
I'm
That's the
getting a
kind of
new
people we have.
I'm getting the news here. I know it's late, Honorable. We'll let you go. This is going to be a continuation. And like I said, I will be reaching out to Superintendent Ellis Chesia Grant too. We are not to give everybody the opportunity. I'm getting the news here from our national correspondent from Zwedu that there's a planned meeting, town hall meeting, to be hosted by the superintendent with different groups. Are you aware of that from BI district?
No, I'm not aware of that.
Have you spoken with the superintendent since this whole thing escalated to this level? And if so, what has been his response, his sort of feedback?
Yeah, so we spoke on Saturday afternoon when Sunday. We spoke on Sunday when the issue went amok and the condemnation all over the place. I reached out to him and said, how did you manage this? After we spoke about it. So he said, this forest we're talking about, in 2023, the former superintendent, Kai Fadi, placed an eminent domain upon it for government purpose, and the funds were being paid to him directly. So as a superintendent, he told me that. So he said, as a superintendent, I don't want the repetition of what the superintendent, my predecessor did. So I decided to use this, put it in the county's name, and it goes into the county's cover to become a development project. So I said, well, did you consult the people again? No. I said, there's a problem. So he sent me the deal of the land, the back of the deal. He sent me the title, the deed for the land. And then I saw, what astonished me much is that I saw the county attorney sign the deed, and that he ordered the probate for it to be probated. He ordered the probate. So I said, oh, the county attorney signed as well.
So many went through the legal framework from what you are saying.
Yeah. Yes, it did. Because what I saw it being probated, the deed and everything registered and everything. I saw the entire thing. It was done in August. Can you imagine? It was done in August of this year, August 29, 2025. That's when the deed was registered. It was, it was printed. It was probated and everything.
But when they were doing the survey, in GBARZON district, were you or any of your representative in GBARZON district informed, and any person from the area followed them in the forest to do the actual survey?
Not to my knowledge. I asked everyone that said they are not aware. They are not aware of it.
These surveys that they did, do they have markers in the forest that you can identify?
So that's why when the group from BI district will be with me tomorrow. I mean today now, which is today. Some of them arrived yesterday, last night, and some will be here this morning. So when they come to see me, I will ask them all the questions while they went and saw the marks, if there are marks there, to know the demarcation that they survey. If they saw it, then I want to look at the D. I want to see the back of the D. I'm not seeing. I want to see who the surveyor that surveyed the land, so that when we meet the land authority, we want to know who did that survey, who authorized that survey. Because for a survey to be conducted, that person must be authorized by the land administrator, and the surveyor number will appear on the survey. I mean, on the document. So we want to know who did that. If the person that did it, that person will be penalized. So there are a lot of things that come to that. You can, connive with certain people to do certain things. So they will suffer their own consequences. The county attorney too will suffer, being the legal person in the county without properly advising the superintendent, legally advising him. He also will suffer his penalties. But we are taking it one at a time.
So they are talking about him. Okay, good morning, Honorable Superintendent. He's also on this live view, like you said, and he said he's gonna be available next week. Of course, we're gonna do that to get other people's side of the story. So the group that are coming to meet you, what is the essence of that meeting? Are they the one against the occupations or the presence of the Burkinabes? What is the essence of that? What new gonna come out of it?
So they are saying that their land was surveyed, deeded, unknown to them. They are not aware, and they don't know what the proceeds uh, is going, and who authorized the survey of their community land, their customary land. Who authorized it? Because there are steps in doing that. So the community, they said they are not aware, and so they as their deputies, as their representatives, they are coming to me with their complaint so that I can poke into it. Even though I
So
heard it, but it's not formal. So they are bringing a formal complaint to me to be able to poke into it.
that is sort of obituary announcement thing. I don't like about it. I haven't seen it. I don't know whether we are saying it. What time are we talking about that they live in the town? They in the community. People came and went unless they travel on the cloud or darkness that they will come at this time to say they are not right. Those group of people, they are the first people supposed to be even held to be questioned and let them tell us when they got to know now before they reach into their office. That is completely hypocrisy.
Mr.
Yeah.
Samson, I am not talking to you. You are not the right person to answer the
Those
question.
are part of the investigation. That's some of the questions. Those are some of the questions we ask them. How, how, why, where were
Yeah.
you that someone went into the forest to survey? For them to survey 500 acres of land, it's not one day, it's not 2 days, it's not 3 days. That maybe 4 5 days or a week business. It's a long stretch of forest. So it can be done overnight without their acquiescence, without their knowledge. But again, that's why we are keeping everything quiet. And
Hon-
let's
hon-
understand they will be here. We ask all the questions and we want to
Honorable
know
DB,
how this
Honorable,
happened. Yeah.
Honorable DB, they have such thing what they call paper survey as well, where
Okay.
somebody with the knowledge of the area can come
Mm-hmm.
to you in the office and tell
Mm-hmm.
you this thing this way, that way, and then you just put a meat and bounce on there without going in the forest, which is also illegal anyway. So I just want you to be mindful of that as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we can say that until we have the facts, and because of that, we conclude that. I mean, we just assume without admitting that yes, they went there and surveyed physically until they can tell us otherwise. And so that's what I mean. It's part of the investigation.
Although I know it's late now. What is the $1 million question now? What is the end game of this? For them to go or renegotiate? What going to be the end game of that? Those people are dead. They're married. They not make babies. They are whether they are being integrated and how they are being integrated, whether they are being recorded as legal, or do we need to have ICE Liberia to get people out? I don't know.
So it's not a catch-22 because they have lived that. I mean, we're talking about since 2016. Some of the guys came since 2016. Some of them since 2018, and just imagine 2016 up to 2025. We're talking about almost what 10, almost 10, 15 years going now. So it's not just yesterday issue. It been a very long time for them to be there. So you can't just grab them and say, "You go by." What we need to do, and I'm sure some of them will understand, is that we find a way to put in place a legal framework that will guard them and guard our people. So the legal framework, you will try to, as much as we want to help them, and I mean they want to be here, we give them 15 years at most for the cocoa. It's not a land because the land right law does not permit us to sell the land. You can lease it, you can lease it, you can use it for the time, you can sell it. So because you can sell it, you only need to lease they put the cocoa on it. So the 15 years, pay for 15 years. Then if for any reason you want to renew, you do that, but you can't outright go and give 50 years or give 30 years or give 40 years. Let's do a bit and pieces. So we'll try to do a framework, a legal framework where everybody is comfortable and everybody is protected. That's how we do it. What the objective of those people that are coming to Moravia? The objective is for them to be able to have their land back. They want their land back, and it belongs to them. At this stage, when they come, we're going to be discussing. Now that we have established that there is a forest and there are people who have interest, the community, the negotiation have to start with the community. So if the superintendent wants to get involved, because he's the chief administrator of the county, if he wants to get involved, they have to start from the community. The community needs to understand what it is, their benefit sharing, what their benefits are, what would be the role of the community, what would be the role of the investor to be investor, what would be the role of the government, what would be the role of the district. These are things we need to sit down to atomize, to articulate, so that we all of us understand what it is. But everything we do must have to start from, that's law, is legal. The superintendent has a good intent, but I'm sure it's the procedure that got us to where we are. So if his predecessor was taking money for the same place and nobody said anything, and he came and said, let's legitimize it, I think he should have, since he knew that, he should have gone back to the community and said, this was what was happening before I took over, and now that I am here, I want the community to benefit, I want the county to benefit, let's do it this way. Then it starts from the community, then they are aware, then when they go into agreement, it is at their consent. But as it is, it must go back to the community, let the community initiate the discussions and then move on. So that the objective they are coming for, they want to ensure that they have their say in their land, and they want to have their say in the forest that they have been mining all along. So that's the objective. Nothing more, nothing less.
I hate to do that, but when I'm going to a negotiation, when I'm going on the table, I always like to have a contingency plan, second plan, plan B, in terms of if it doesn't work. If the 30 years cannot be a reduction, we say, well, we need to start here now. After then, what next? What is the contingency plan if all else doesn't materialize?
No, but I don't know why all else will not materialize. The law says what you don't have, you don't give. So according to the law, the government does not have it. So the government cannot negotiate it. That's what the law says. Once the government does not have it, it can negotiate it. So whatsoever it is, whosoever that want to be the investor will have to go back to the community. That's what it says.
Okay.
So that's it. I'm sure that's it. That's what they can do. Go back to the community and negotiate with the community.
Thank you, Mr. So. I want to.
Fire toll is not part of
Mr. So. Why you keep calling me fire toll?
You say you love a man.
Yeah, but tonight I'm from Grand
You're talking
Gedeh.
about Grand Gedeh.
No, but tonight I'm from
You're not
Town.
supposed to be here. This guy abandoned. Yeah, that man abandoned his town. He to lofa man. They play a gravy.
Whatever. Let me speak to my representative, please. Fire. I'm not fire. Honorable DEBEE, to be honest with you, on a very serious note, I think again, as young, it just makes me feel good because you are young, and you with that kinds of mindset, and from all indication, and I could be wrong, but I will still say my big mouth anyway. It seemed like you're not one of those young men who take Liberia as an elephant meat. It's my time. And I think from we've been talking to more than an hour or so, and all the audience here tonight is indicate strongly that you are somebody that we can count on. So my request publicly here is, and I'm going to talk to the CEO, Mr. So I don't they don't move me. I'm the liberal here, so they can call me whatever name they want to call me. I'm the liberal here. But Honorable DB, I think I will lace with you. I will talk to the CEO and see if we can have what we call Barson hours, where perhaps when your time permit, you can come and interact with other Brazilian, young Brazilian here who are also into helping our brothers and sisters. And I think you have a lot to help us, to educate us on the current activities in Boston District. So that will be my request. But I'll talk to the CEO, and that if that permission is granted, we will liaise with you. We'll contact you and see if we can do that, because I think you have a lot to offer. I
I,
truly
I
believe that.
will, I will, I will be glad. I will be glad. You know, I'm looking for all the platforms that I can be able to reach out to my people. I want
You
everyone
just
to be
gotta
able to
be
contribute.
you just gotta be careful with some of them. They got some conservative view that are not conducive for Boston District. So I will warn you very strongly that you try to go to the liberal view, so that our people can benefit from the liberal view.
Uh, as I said, I am open to working with everyone. They said you should not be totally yoked with unbelievers. I will listen. I will form part, and then when I see that their views are contra positive to mine or to the interest of Baton District, then I move away from them. But
Okay.
until then, we need to interact with them, hear their views, know who they are, and then you read between the lines. But again,
Okay.
I will be glad if this proposal is accepted by the CEO and we have a Baton District hour. Thank you for being thoughtful about that, and I look forward to seeing it.
All right, Papa, put the into shade. Did I make you shade again tonight? What another disaster night for you. So you are surveyor. Honorable, if there's anything like a surveying thing in that district, and he come with, I don't know, Papa Land or working on land, you call him. He here doing work for people in Sacramento, but he doesn't want to do it for his own total.
So what he's
Hold
saying,
on.
Honorable, if you need help in terms of surveying, in terms of engineering, work roadway, whatever it is, that in terms of design or even understanding the process itself, we're available to help in our area as well.
No, he's a good guy. We don't get along on a lot of things because he's kind of like secondary guy, but he's a very good asset. Honorable debates, I want to thank you so much. And like I said, the superintendent that we said we want to reach out to also have it. We just hope this will come to an understanding. For us, we're looking at a long-term implication. We do not want in the long term for our people to be incriminated again or for some sort of subversive activities. It's honestly, because we saw what happened in the past. And so people, in as much we want to have people, we need to make sure who these people are. Let the government itself document them. Let the government itself have them on record. So tomorrow they can come back to say it was you people that brought these people here. That's the kind of things that we are looking at. But I want to thank you so much for your time. Before we let you go, soften the minds of your people, soften the minds of the listener. All is not loose. Sometimes we ask all of these questions. It can be inside or outside down questions. Our job is to ask comfortable questions. You have the right not to answer here. What is the message you want to leave with our audience, especially sons and daughters? People, I see a lot of family members from the BIA, from the Sultan, Grand Gedeh monitoring, ordinary library. This is not about Grand Gedeh business. I think more or less it's about Liberia because we want to know people that within our borders, in the confines of our border, we're in a volatile situation, we're in a volatile war. You never know. So it's good we have this sort of holistic conversation. So what's the message? You plan to call the superintendent moving forward, maybe from now to tomorrow, for you to have conversations and start something fresh?
Oh yes, we have been speaking about it, and I think we're on the same page now. Uh, Obviously, beside us being representative and superintendent, he's the older brother. We come from the same house, and what concerns him concerns me. We have to work in the interest of our people, in which we are doing. people have their plans, they have their objectives. You know, everybody who comes to government have his or her agenda. They want to achieve something. Sometimes the procedure in achieving them can be the reasons why you get backlashes. But we are cool and we continue to talk about things. I just want to encourage all my citizens, everyone in GBARZON district, to remain calm. This is not going to end the world. The world is still around. We'll ensure that the T's are added, are dotted, and the T's are crossed and the R are dotted, so that we find a common ground and have a peaceful GBARZON district again. Those who have come to represent BI district in these matters, I want to assure them that we will give them the audience they need. We'll talk to them and we'll try to fine tune whatsoever it is. Has their deputies, has their deputy and their deputies, all of us, the caucus and myself, we are prepared to help them meet who they want to meet and make sure that their grievances are channeled through the proper ways, that their grievances are addressed and they're given what they need. They're given attention, and that when they go back, they'll be able to speak to the people. I just heard you saying that the superintendent is going to have a town hall meeting. I'm encouraging everyone in GBARZON district, in BI district specifically, to attend his meeting, to hear from him. Let him explain his intent to them. And I also will come into the district sometimes this week or next week, depending on when this delegation leaves. Because when I speak to them, I have to go back to the district to explain to them all of these things. There are so many other activities ongoing that we need to checkmate. We need to make sure that they are done properly. So this has brought up the issue of the way things are done, and so it's an opportunity to be able to provide that education and that guidance. When I'm going back, I will take with me some lawyers so that they be able to provide the legal pieces of advice and legal guidance. I am now a second year student in law school, and so my own basic fundamental laws I know I will help to guide our people. So again, I want the district to remain calm. We will resolve this thing and we'll move on again as a peaceful district. I have the biggest district in Gedeh. I have the highest number of Burkinabes in my district. Officially 22,200, but unofficially I'm sure that we are about 50 to 60,000 in GBARZON district, because some of those towns you enter in, there are no sleeping place for them. They sleep on the table, they sleep outside. So I want them to remain calm. Let's stop moving with the Burkinabes everywhere. Those that we have, they are enough now. As I said, don't move them some more. Let's reserve some of the forests for our unborn generation. Thank you for having me. And I want to say thank you to your show and to my own big brother from Total. He said that he has been following me and admiring my workings and continue to do that. I will do my best to not disappoint you. I will do my best to ensure that GBARZON district is a better district after the 6 years. If I'm fortunate to be alive, this 6 years, the next 6 years, and until we can retire. Let make GBARZON district a better place. Let's work together. As I said, I can do it up myself. I don't have it all. I don't know it all. All of you ideas, and you can help. Those of you in the diaspora, help call your brothers and sisters in the district. Tell them about the danger. Tell them about what we are putting ourselves into. We can't sell all the land. You can't give all the forests out. Give some, keep some for tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay, that is the representative of district number 3, Jacob. How you call it, Melanie?
Chetba.
What's the meaning of that?
Chetba, the community chosen one. Chetba. So when the community, the quarter gathers and they select you.
Chetba. Okay. All right.
Chetba.
Then I want to say, don't
I'm probably exactly not Chetba.
Oh man, something. Yeah. Okay, Honorable DB, thank you. I hope you will reach out. I mean, what we are doing here is not putting people on trial, but we also want to get it in depth, and that's why we
Mhm.
reach out. And like I said, we're going to reach out to the superintendent as well to have this. You know, it's good to have to get these things out in the public space and not just only within our confines to the rest of the Liberian people. We don't want people at the end of the day tomorrow, one person action, and then everybody be put in a bucket of deplorable. Oh, they're starting again. So, but I'm happy that we had this
Thank you.
spirited conversation. Something to something Fayato. He's not a Nigerian. He's a Lofian now, so I don't. He not really need to be part. But Honorable, thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable.
Yeah, don't hesitate to reach out. We have our guy who is in Zwadru there to Roland being doing an extraordinary job. Like I said to you and to many other
Yes.
officials, as long you moving somewhere, you shoot me a message. He seems Zwadru there. He will go there to cover this event because it's worth telling the story. It put to a rest. Let other people tell your story. And let so it will be seen well. So let us know anytime this issue we coverage. He will always be there to bring that. Thank you so much for being awake at this time. We really appreciate the conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All
Thank you.
right.
Okay. Good night.
Good
Yeah.
night.
Deliver
The
progressive.
bold chair, the
Yeah,
bold chair. Now, I
yeah,
don't know liberal to you. The bold chair, the bold chair. Call me bold chair. Now,
yeah.
Esther then say you cook my soup tonight. Are you cook my soup tonight?
Everybody know. I told them. Everybody moving forward from now. You're not two again. But look, the liberal. On a
Yes,
serious note,
yes.
over 5 years ago, plus this conversation started. So it's not a surprise, and I think people too, citizens must be held responsible.
That's exactly my point.
And I am kind of a little bit surprised from national government in the past and now, because these things has been raised, not that we do not want people, not that we do not want immigrants, but it must be done properly. We see it here and we see it in other places because we do not want our citizens in the long term, 5 years, 6 years from now, if these people they were to commit any act that is against the law, it cannot turn on the citizen to say it is you that brought these people here. I know what went on in the Ivory Coast when it came to the Burkinabes and the Ivorian, and we know how deadly it was. Is that all of them there? I don't know. That's not what either I am suggesting, but I am saying come through the right doors. If you come through the back doors, that is a concern. And if they are citizens who also help to facilitate that, they too they must be held accountable. Period. And I say the law is the law.
Mr. Superintendent, good evening to you. I beg you over and over, let me help you. And when I came down there to bury my old man, one time he there, he said, where your blueprint? Good evening, Mr. Superintendent. I'm still here. I'm getting old, but I'm still doing the work. So when you need help, Mr. Superintendent, I'm still here. The talent, my engineering talent is still there. In fact, it has improved a lot. I just want to put that. That's my other little brother, the superintendent himself. I just want to put forth. No, Mr. So, no, seriously, Mr. Superintendent, thank you for staying with us. Look, this thing here, whatever it is, I think our brothers and sisters, some of them, need to take responsibility as well. Now, the young man, Mr. Divi, who, from our indication, I think he's very sincere, and he's someone that I think if we I mean, we have no choice because he's already been elected anyhow. But he's someone that we can say this person, whoever have business or want to do business in Boston district, and this guy can be trusted, I believe. And I think he seemed to be genuine in his pronouncement and what have you. But the problem here is, Mr. So it started a long time ago with our folks. And then what do you blame them? As a liberal, I don't blame them fully. It is the lack of opportunity that government in succession are not able to provide opportunity for our people. And if you don't, okay, say somebody in total, like Mr. David said, the person where or that boy he got 3 women and they got children. He need to pay the children's school fee. How he will feed women then? So, but there's no opportunity. And so they see this with these people coming with bags of money, not literally, but bags of money, and say, if we sell your land to us, we can give you X amount of dollars. So what they're thinking on is instant gratification. That's all it is. Let me get it now. That will worry next time. However, what they fail to realize is this: these Burkinabe that are coming, that are already in Granjide, some of them having children already. What will you do 10, 15 years from now? You can't kick them out. They are Liberian citizens. What will you say? They will take the land from their fathers. And now you're going to have a land crisis that will engulf the whole country. Look, the country of Liberia, the land issue, the government have to pay, whatever government that is in power. This is the most, from my perspective, this is the most area that government need to pay attention to, because they think can go sour on us very quickly. We're talking land. You don't have land, you don't have place to stay, and people want to be able to claim something. And so, for those leaders, either being Grand Gila County or whatever county, the land issue should be very carefully handled so that our brothers and sisters don't come out with all kinds of stuff. Because sooner or later, uh, but it's just a matter of time, people will resist
Who should handle it?
the government Republic of Liberia through their correct representative, who is the superintendent of Grand Gila County. He's report directly to the executive. And so I'm sure whatever he's doing, perhaps, and I'm hoping that will be in consultation with his bosses who are at the internal affair. So I hope whatever that is happening is not done in isolation, which I don't believe it is. However, as he correctly stated here, and I will say this, and I know this, my own young brother is listening, the superintendent, everything we have to respect each other. Mr. DB is the superintendent's own brother. Why is he being left out? Why was he left out in this conversation? Who put pressure in the superintendent so much that he's going to leave his own brother, who is sitting in his seat, the seat that he used to occupy? He knows the value of that seat. He knows the connection to the Boston people. Why was he left out? Who was pressuring the superintendent? The superintendent is a learned man. He can't just go and make a mistake like that. So those are the kinds of stuff we need to find out anyway. But however, whatever we are now, I hope the superintendent, first of all, let's go back, and this is where the liberal behavior comes. And you, on the other hand, you're on the other side. Let's go back to our house. What happened? Let's go back into the village. What happened? Wow, to be okay, send
Going,
Mr. So, please. I couldn't going in. Why you taking me to Sakamo tree? The Boston division at Sakamo tree. I beg you, don't bring that. Why you okay? In fact, let me just go. So let's go back and find out what happened. And I hope the superintendent will liaise with a young man, and perhaps even if it's not too late, the young man you're hearing here, he said he's going to be going to Grand Gedeh. I think if you're going to have a town hall meeting with this representative in the same hall with you, sharing the table with you, and there are some questions that perhaps might be coming from the citizen that you, the superintendent, might now in a position to answer. This young man can answer as a direct representative to the people. So I will ask the superintendent if it is not too late to postpone that until this young man get, and then both of you can go to the district and have a town hall meeting where the people will ask questions. Instead, if the superintendent goes, from my perspective, the way I see it, if he goes alone, the situation is inflamed right now as we speak. People been writing a lot. So if he goes alone, it's gonna be for me, it's gonna be not conducive. Let's put it that way.
So, somebody should wave a flag of unification. If I get what you saying, to have a joint appearance. Question,
Yes,
perhaps they need to
yes,
meet and sort out this
yes,
and stabilize it. Is that what you're
yes,
saying?
yes. I'm asking the superintendent, and I'll be very careful here because he worked for the president of the Republic of Liberia. But I'm asking the superintendent
So then,
not
what do you mean by that?
because he's working for the president of the Republic of Liberia. Just simple as that. But I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm asking the superintendent not to allow Monrovia to control
When you say Morovia, be direct with your stuff
the
here. Who
government. The government in the Republic of Liberia in Monrovia. They shouldn't control the inner working so much of the emotional aspect of the people in Boston district, BI areas to be
are
specific.
you referring to the president or minister? You can't.
Mr. So I say Monrovia, I mean Monrovia. I don't have to be specific. You can't. I'm not in a courthouse. I'm not on a witness stand for you to come and question me as though I put my hand on the Bible. That's not what it was, and that's not what it is.
All right, you good at predictions. What could possibly be the outcome of this?
I think the superintendent, uh, knowing who he is, I think he has come to realize. I hope that this is not putting him in a good light. In politically, from Monrovia, he's standing his ground. And that's what people in Monrovia will hope.
Do you
But
think there was some consultations outside of the county itself to get to this point, or
I
it
think
has to be
I think Monrovia was involved.
Monrovia?
Yes, I don't think the superintendent. I've not heard him being a greedy person. I've never seen that. I've talked to him before, so I would not say the superintendent is doing it in isolation. I could be wrong, but I think Monrovia was involved, and without realizing that perhaps the people might not be receptive to this kinds of stuff. So once again, whoever the superintendent sent to do the groundwork in the district didn't report correctly to the superintendent. And I know the superintendent is a very smart young man. Most likely has done his homework by sending people over there. What would this turn out? How this thing going to play in the public? So I'm sure the super. I think he's a very smart guy, and most likely have done his work. However, I believe just like any other thing, those who were responsible might have given him the correct picture, just like in Liberia where they put my president in a bubble.
What's your advice to the delegates and those that are supposed to be meetings? It appears to me, and I could be wrong, there are two opposing forces. Maybe there's people in favor, against. How can that deal be settled?
So the first thing is those who are going to meet with the representative. First of all, they must be truthful, and they should take responsibility of some of these things that are happening. Don't just put it on the superintendent. The superintendent then just get up one day and say, "Oh, this is what I'm going to do." These things are happening in the past, and the superintendent has been following the lead, the lead of the people in the community themselves, because they brought in Mr. So you're quite aware of it. And every one of us from Boston district, I mean from BI district, are quite aware of these kinds of stuff. So the superintendent just didn't get us and say, "Oh, well, the BI land, I went said it." No. So those who are going to meet with the with the representative, they also have to come clean, be responsible, take responsibility. A few people who perhaps have sold land before, you cannot lie in this situation. You cannot switch blame and just try to blame the superintendent for everything that is happening here. That is unacceptable, because if you do that, and if I believe if you are not truthful, you're not going to get a correct outcome. First, they must be truthful and let the representative know what is happening and how it can be resolved. But if they come across as being truthful, the superintendent, on the other hand, who's also having to be the son of Boston District, will see reason to say, then that's exactly the position he's going to find himself in, Mr. Scott. And I'm hoping that this thing will be resolved uh, easily, And another thing that I'm frowning on, and I hope the superintendent is listening, is for the superintendent to pull in the former superintendent, because now you're leave the former superintendent out of it. This is the current situation. This is the thing in Boston District. This is the thing, because the superintendent can say, you represented that area. If I was doing something that was so illegal, why did you not stop, or why did you not step in? So let's leave the former superintendent out of it. Let's deal with it as as our own situation. Let's clean the situation, work within it, and make sure we can resolve our problem here in the district of Boston District as well.
Should those people, should there be a price for them as well? Those citizens who helped to get us to this point?
Mr. So that's a conservative view. I do not I do not describe to those kinds of stuff. Those are conservative view. Yes, if the people, if the law find that these people did something illegal, yes. But because you're selling your fatherland, that's not illegal. It's frowned on, because when you bring these people in now, they're doing stuff to other people's land. So it's frowned on. But until you can prove that these people have done something illegal, yeah. Other than that, I see. I don't see anything here, Mr. So.
Okay, the Liberal Progressive, that's how the curtains we're going to draw it tonight. I think it was successful, good conversation. And the superintendent is willing to come on. We're going to arrange something in the coming week. He said next week, the week already to an end. And hopefully we can also have him to see where we can have this final conversation. Then hopefully it, yeah, I mean, you know, the man part of same quarter, he always, that's what he do. He always, he more than same.
Mr. So, if you are the older person, they say, young boy, you drew some way, chain man, change a mountain qua, among the boy, put clear upon, the clear ye, moon pere, say, chiapon. She
What a
say,
minute. What a minute of that.
I don't know the English, I don't know how to interpret that one in English. I'm from Total, I'm not English, man.
Oh, you going back to Total now?
Mr. So, can we close this show here tonight? I thought you said we were closing.
Okay, FT.
And I will ask you publicly not to call me Fire Toe, please. Please, Mr. So, do not call me Fire Toe.
I'm telling Keto, moving forward, you are fire. Moving forward, you are fire. Hey, you denounce your
No, I still support this president. There's no question. My support for the president is not winding down. It's not going to evaporate. My support for the president is continuing to be strong. The only time that I will try to a little bit move here and there, if this president is not seeking re-election, because I am not a member of Unity Party. I don't.
You heard a guy saying, they didn't give us agriculture or whatever. Not agriculture. Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Tua, I was hoping we were not going to get to that kind of conversation.
What do you make of that?
Okay. I know how to deal with. Yeah. Unity Party is always been bad to Grand Gedeh County. Not this president. Unity Party. You remember
who is the owner of Unity Party now?
President Waka is not the owner. He's just a stand bearer. He's a stand bearer of Unity Party, but he's not the owner of Unity Party.
So who was the owner of Unity Party then?
President Salih was the Unity Party owner at it.
Oh, President Salih, but not President Waka.
Yeah. So let me
dishonest owner.
Yeah, Mr. So I'm just giving it to you. I said it. Let me say it. So the point here is this. There was some incident some time ago that Grand Gedeh's, I believe it was Honor President, not President Collins, it was Honor President Fred Guillaume, who asked me as an engineer to look into the bad road condition in Grand Gedeh. And I contacted Public Works, and they have a system at Public Works at the time, Honor President Salih administration, that they will only be able to assist if Grand Gedeh was producing rice. And when they did their calculation, whatever metrics they used, they said Grand Gedeh was not producing right, and therefore no attention was being paid to Grand Gedeh in terms of road connectivity in Grand Gedeh. This president, now you're talking now. Now I'm going to talk to you. This president does not have that kind of metrics. This president is saying whether they grow rice in Grand Gedeh or no road will go there. That's the difference.
What's about the agriculture?
On the line, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. I think whoever made that decision is wrong, and I believe the representative will bring them to book, and he will have a lot of backing. People from the southeast, all of the representatives and the senators from the southeast need to pull together, because you cannot, in my judgment, you cannot have a government that will borrow money or have a loan that is expected to be paid by all Liberia, including people from the southeast, including people from Grand Gedeh, including people from Total. But yet still, when it comes to the benefit, then you say you are not to be a part of this because there's certain criteria set. But when it's time to pay, you expect us to pay. It is unfair, and I hope if this is what is happening in President Bakai administration, hopefully he will address that.
Okay, the Liberal Progressive, I want to thank you so much to our followers, viewers, for turning in your comments, your tweets, those of our brothers and sisters from five.
So, Mr. So, before you go publicly here as well, I asked Mr. DEBEE here to see if we can have what I consider to be GBARZON hours. I hope that I don't meet up with heavy resistance from the CEO. Because I need to contact. I've done a very serious note. This young man connecting with other young Brazilian here.
Send your proposal and we will take a review. We do not act out of emotion. We shouldn't come here to discuss a problem issue and then you get in your feelings. Oh, we're going to have GBARZON out. We're going to have Grand Gedeh out. No, it doesn't work that. We don't operate.
All right. Okay. The both already approved. I will call Sisi Goya and the other board member, and the board have already.
Your lover brother. Oh, you call them. Then why you asking? Then why you asking for us? Saying you think you're gonna saying approve? Then why are you asking? Look, we are not on autopilot. Okay, we don't operate like that.
But it's going to be a good idea. It's going to be because I think Mr. So on a very serious note, this young man, just can you imagine? As much as he is able to explain.
It's
okay. It's if I fall the disappointment. We have gone through that before. There are other representatives that I fall for and they disappointed me. No big
deal. You fall with Costa, you fall with
it doesn't matter.
Anybody coming by the time.
Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. I like them. I can't change that. So I think with this young man able to explain to us the way he did it tonight, if we have that kind of show, engaging other Brazilians here from other part of
I mean, it's a good idea. We can open up. I think I've had this thing a long time. We talk to them, but sometimes when there's a crisis, that's when you easily get them. So it's up to them to have like a virtual online conversation with his constituents, and it can be good. The Liberal is trying hard to convince. Actually, the man can't convince me or anything. He can't convince me. He was saying, we'll see who be who. He was saying he requests, and we'll put that request on the decks. We're gonna take our time to review it.
You think that Liberia here for me to come buy you candle to review my proposal or buy you ink pen so you can sign? They're not Liberia.
Look, there are some bad things going on in Liberia, and this is unbelievable. Somebody called yesterday, today, text messages, how people are being erased on job, especially with female. It's unbelievable. Yeah. It is completely out of hand. I mean, but they don't want, they are afraid because there might be a reprisal against them. But they made us to understand that sense of security during the time of Helen Johnson's leave, especially when it coming from bosses. Those things are immediately addressed. They are immediately put to heart. But with Joseph Newman Boyka,
Mr.
And
So,
the Unity Party government is not heavily involved in abuse of power.
Mr. So, that's too much. That's as the liberal and the supporter of this president, I will not sit here for you to characterize the president, the father of the land,
I
and
am not saying that I said under his government.
yeah,
He
but
is
on Mr. So, let me
there
just
must
say this.
be there must be a control of official. They need to respect people. They need to understand
Mr.
people
So,
that
it
work
is
for
the
them.
responsibility of each of these officials. First thing I say to you, many of them feel entitled. They don't feel
Who who
obligated.
makes, who makes them to feel entitled?
Nobody. That's the feeling. President Baka doesn't have to say that. They feel entitled. They don't feel like this is a service opportunity for them to serve their people. They don't feel like this is something that is somehow
No.
you are obligated or what have you. So they feel entitled, and because of that, they behave as such. Now, the same president, the father of the nation, what did he make? What reference did he say? He called them rascal. And sooner or
You
later,
see, rascal. Only rascal people hang out with rascal people. So they it means
good night, Mister. So I think this conversation, if you want to truly discuss it, join me tomorrow night and see how far you're gonna go.
you know I'm not gonna be available tomorrow night.
But
So
then you're
you're
then
gonna
you're
I know you're gonna be like a wild geese tomorrow. So let
yeah,
me just have
tomorrow
my
that dictatorship. Anybody you come on and you come on with different view, other than you can disagree with the government. We're not saying you
no, but
can't.
seriously, and they called me like he said, I'm one of your listeners, I follow your, but you need to highlight that. And people they want to leave. It's better that we don't have a job. Then you have your bosses
Yeah, that's bad.
using messages, doing things, and it's literally like tormenting. This is unacceptable.
This is what these people need to understand. Like I said, they feel entitled. This is a privileged position, and the sisters, our daughters, they are not. And President Baka made that clear. I have a video here that I'm just because.
Good night.
Hold on, Mister. So hold on. President Baka made it clear that the
What did he
women
say?
of Liberia are not your slaves. They are not your property. They are just a human being as you are.
But his people, his cabinets, his directors are on the contrary. So what is he doing?
Well, it most likely has not come across his desk yet. And once it does, most likely he will take action. And you know he has taken action against
You are a complete disgrace. Good night.
whatever name you want to call. That's completely entitled to that. I know who I am, and so I'm the liberal, the most ridiculous person. So you can call whatever name you want to call. They would not even move me. I'm Blaku. What name you will call that will move Blaku? Nothing.
All right. Well, Liberal, thank you very much. And yeah, we'll reach out to the superintendent and we're going to have a
Yeah.
conversation. And
Let's have him on
oh,
here.
what a good news. Let me see here. Wait here. Do I want to see. And now, if you are a board chairperson, I'm going to know right now. I'm about to put you. Hold on. Oh, what's the guy name? Oh, Jesus, I forgot the voice. Okay, yeah, this is huge, and we're hoping to see how this is gonna work. This is what we're gonna do it, and that's what we are doing. So I'm gonna put it right here, and you're gonna see a. I need the board to act as quickly as possible. If the board is really bold, I want the board to act as quickly as possible. Okay? What? Why you move? Come by here. When it comes to money, business, you had to run. What's wrong with you? You think you're gonna run here? No, on a serious note here. On a serious note here. Let me just bring this here. You see this? And let me move this banner here. Our guy is being fully accredited. You know, there's elections in Cote d'Ivoire come this Saturday, right? On the 25th. Huh?
You
You
talking to
want
me? You talking to me? You talking to me? I can
to?
hear you. My mic and my earpiece is not working correctly. What do you say?
Oh, when you got the money bending again. So our guy is been fully accredited by the Election Commission. You see the Commission's Electorate Independent, the CEI. That's Cote d'Ivoire. Ben, he got his car today. That was quite interesting. I wanted to dispatch the other guy there, but things didn't go as anticipated because there have been a lot of issue here. So
That's
Ben,
that's that's another serious thing that we need to pay attention to the Ivorian election. I hope it goes well.
no, well, yeah, the election, yeah, well, I mean, we've been talking about it here.
Because if anything goes wrong over there, we share uh, family lineage now. I mean,
Yeah.
so
So we're hoping that it goes well, and I even wanted to get James to be over, but time just press against us, so that's okay. But Ben can take care of that here. So we're going to be sending a special requisition to the office of the chairman of the board of directors
the
for.
board of director in Liberia, you know that one. Why you trying to
Oh,
say?
oh, you know, boy, Jam again. You know, boy, Jam again.
Only when Mr. So
Oh,
this show.
you there for show, boy, your show, boy, there for show, right?
Mr. So, this show is over with, and anything we discuss now, it will not. It is not. How do you call it? It's not representative of LPR discussion. So right now we're just sidebar. So whatever we
Good.
discuss here now is not part of the conversation.
All right. Good night,
Thank
Lipper.
you, Mr. So, and thanks the audience. Please join the Libra tomorrow if you want to hear the true story about what is happening in Liberia from a Libra viewpoint. Join me tomorrow where we'll have some fruitful discussion.
So, is
Good.
that first story we're hearing tonight? Well, you might even want to hear the true story.
I said true story about Liberia.
So, who's telling the first story about
The
Liberia?
current situation. That's what we talk about tonight. That true story too. It's gonna be Mr. So why are you acting like though? Yeah, I'm trying to advertise my show. Why you want to come like I'm on a witness stand? Why you always want to put me on the witness stand and you question me like you're some kind of big lawyer? I supposed to answer you. Yeah.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey you, it's time to pack your bags. The world is calling. From the skies above to every corner of the map, explore all 7 continents with journeys designed especially for Europe and Africa. Whether it's a cruise, an all-inclusive resort, a hotel, car rental, theme park getaway, or the perfect excursion, Ayana's Dream Escapes brings the world within reach. Adventures start here. Don't just dream, escape. Book now, visit our site, scan the QR code, or just call today.
There you have it, folks. We want to thank you so much for sharing your evenings, your mornings, your afternoon, depending on your location, with us right here on LPR. We want to thank you so much. Again, we will make it fair, balanced, and proportionate, like the superintendent was listening, and we did mention that before. We also want to reach out to have a side of the story. There are a lot of interviews being held on this network when he was then to representative, so there are a lot to be discussed. But we're going to hold our breath, but we hope it's a serious issue. It's a national security issue. Now that we do not want people, we as immigrants were accommodated here, but it is a process. We just want to make sure that the right thing is done. It's about a country. You can't have people who just stays in the forest. They don't come to town. What are they doing there? Who is monitoring them? What is the planning there? If people must be concerned. So it's not a matter of people don't want people around, but you must always have a second plan, a thought. And there are a lot of things being going on between they and the locals, people being hurt, people being chopped up. I think there was 1 or 2 times dead being reported, all of that. We can't do this. God forbid, suppose there's a real actual violence. You have people who just stays in the bush. They are not with the folks in the town. So that is dangerous. who you going to hold accountable? So these are all concerns. We just want to bring these, highlight these things to the national government. They want to live, let them come in the town, let them build their houses in the town. If so be it, if that's the accommodation, that's okay. But to have people to stay in your forest and doing whatever they're doing there without you knowing what they are doing, that is dangerous. You don't want to take that risk. So this is important that we highlight it. Until then, folks, have a pleasant evening. By God's willing, same time, same station. Join the Liberal Progressive tomorrow at 8 o'clock for the night of Bent Ridiculous. Guarantee you're going to see the real part of it. Have a pleasant evening, and by God's willing, we'll see you. And of course, by Sunday, I'll be back here with the program to examine it. But Friday, we're going to be here Friday night to have a conversation. Hopefully, we're going to get an insight of the meeting, and perhaps we might come with a timeline when the superintendent himself will appear here on LPR. Have a pleasant night. Bye-bye.